After Emmet became the champion of the Delwis region, soon after, Queen Claudia revealed herself from the shadows. Her and her brother told the region of their lie, and were met not by hatred, but by acceptance. It was a mercy that the Queen and Prince never deserved. Meanwhile, the new champion saw to it that changes would be made within the region. The other two players became a part of the new Elite Four, alongside the student and the Dawson Prince. Efforts were made to restore not only Jabba, but Gertab too. Through teamwork and collaboration, Delwis soon entered a new age. But there is always a catch with utopias. Perhaps with a happy ending, the path has been paved to a new story. A story that we've been dying to tell. Your name is Emmet Palm. Around a month ago, you were crowned as the champion of the Delwis region, and also grew to be known as the savior of the Delwis region after defying death itself and facing the terror of Valakwish head-on. Now, Delwis is at peace, and so I— Hello and hola! I believe I have reached one Emmet Palm, correct? You must be confused. I'm Professor Cherry, not the one you're probably familiar with. You can call me Marco. The Professor Cherry on Earth is my sister. I'm getting distracted. You see, there's something I need help with. The Calamity Quintet. You may know them as Valakwish, but a friend of mine has delivered the news of that thing not existing anymore. That was because of you, wasn't it? Anyway, if you could go and speak to my sister, that would be appreciated. She'll be able to explain things a lot better than I can from all the way out here. Ciao! You find yourself back inside of your old apartment. You've not cleaned up this place in a while, but a few new additions to the decor include a picture of you and your friends, and the cape and crown you wore when receiving that big old champion cup on that shelf over there. But you can reminisce another time. After a few short minutes, you enter Professor Cherry's lab once more. She's already waiting for you, and a familiar trainer stands by her side. It's a boy with black hair, wearing a yellow hat and varsity jacket, smiling cockily in your direction as he notices you.
Yo, Emmet, so Professor called you here too, huh?
Oh my Arceus— Dylan!
It's great to see you too, Emmet. I heard all about you saving Delwis, so I thought I'd give my favorite cousin a visit.
Yeah, I'm still trying to process that you two are related.
Well, he's actually my uncle.
Enough talk. Marco said for us to come here. What's the scoop?
Straight to the point, huh? Okay, so, are you two aware of Listen?
The Pokemon?
Huh? No, I mean the planet. What do you mean, the Pokemon? Oh, anyway, it's a long story, but my brother kind of lives there.
Huh?
Marco, is the connection stable now?
If you're hearing this, it should be. Are Emmet and Dylan here?
Yeah, we're here. So if I'm guessing correctly, you're seriously calling us from another planet right now?
Yes, technology sure is amazing, isn't it? There's a slight delay on my end, but I can hear you all crystal clear.
Marco, you're getting off topic. The kids want to know why you called us all here.
Right, the Calamity Quintet. Now for a pop quiz. Do you two know what an Ultra Beast is?
Oh, what?
Ultra Beast? Why'd you bring them up?
They're a type of Pokemon that comes from another world, through a portal known as an Ultra Wormhole. A few years ago, my friend Professor Burnett faced a similar problem to the one at hand, sending escaped UBs, that's Ultra Beasts, back home. Not to mention my own, personal experience with those wormholes.
Are you talking about what happened in Alola? I thought all sightings of the UB stopped after that. What do we need to send back home?
The Calamity Quintet!
Wait, the Quintet are Ultra Beasts?
Correct! 30,000 years ago, it's said that an Ultra Wormhole opened up in the skies of the Delwis region. Now that Valakwish has, been vanquished, I think those five deserve to go home, don't you?
But where do we even start, Professor? It's been a month since anyone last saw them.
Don't fret, I left some of my possessions back on Earth. You'll need to go and grab my journal. I was pretty interested in researching all Delwis tales back in my university days. Donna should still have the spare key.
Marco, you're breaking up. Maybe we can talk more later. You're not really supposed to be using the Listen satellite for checking up on family members.
What? I suppose you're right, Donna. Alright, kids, I'll be there as soon as possible. Try to find my journal in that time, alright?
That's my brother for you. Now for that key. You'll find his apartment in Gleece. He lives, or, lived, in flat 3, room 4F. Call me once you get there.
Well, Emmet, let's head off.
All this talk of space and Ultra Beasts? It's kind of exciting, don't you think?
Yeah, totally.
I do worry, though. Can those two really be trusted with the quintet? The scene transitions to you and Dylan now inside of Gleese, as you look around for Marco's old apartment. Eventually you do find it. Funnily enough, it's next door to where Isaac lives. Entering the apartment, it's very dusty, and Dylan sneezes.
Santino!
What was that voice just now?
Oh, haven't you heard? It's this cool piece of technology that Uncle Peter got me. It's called a Kipna watch. It's still in development, so I'm one of the first people to get my hands on one.
How does it work?
With me! Hi, I'm Kip. I'm Kipna's one and only AI assistant. How can I help you, Trainer Emmet?
I don't need anything. This is super cool, though. I mean, AI? Technology sure is cool, huh?
Well, I don't know why you're so surprised. I would have thought your mom would have told you about all the Atiel stuff and everything. Anyway, let's grab this journal. We can catch up on family matters later.
You proceed to do that. You venture down the hallway, entering a room off to the side. Inside is a quaint bedroom, the sheets looking newly ironed and a dull glow emanating from the dead bedside lamp. On the wall, a certificate is framed, but Dylan budges past you, noticing something on the bedside table.
Ha! I got it first. This must be it, right? It can't just be me who wants to read that, right? Go on, Emmet, open it up.
We, should really return this to the professor, though.
Oh, come on, please.
I guess a quick look wouldn't hurt.
You decide to open the journal, and flick to the first page. It's covered in several post-it notes, and the entry contains both written notes and crude illustrations.
In Delwisian folklore, there are a group of Pokemon known as the Calamity Quintet, feared by many as harbingers of death. Sightings of them date as far back as 30,000 years ago, where a Delwisian man witnessed a hole opening up in the sky, bringing forth 5 beings of darkness. The hole in the sky described has many similarities to what we know today as an ultra wormhole. Could these be beings from another world?
Aw, we already knew that. Come on, we should head back.
You smile and close the journal, placing it in your bag for safekeeping. You bring out your Rotom phone and call Professor Cherry. Hello? Oh, that was quick! In that book should be some of my brother's old research notes pertaining to the Calamity Quintet. I'm sure he'd want you to keep that with you as a guide for your quest. I'll leave you two to it, but don't hesitate to call me whenever you capture one of the quintets. Oh, and speaking of catching, my assistant should be outside waiting to gift you with something to do just that. Good luck, champions.
Assistant?
Oh yeah, I haven't seen them recently. Weird, considering that they were basically stalking me the entire time I did my gym challenge.
Okay, that's, weird. They sound like an interesting person.
Yeah, try knows the secrets of the universe kind of weird.
What?
It, doesn't matter. Let's just go say hi to Tex.
Tex.
The two of you exit the building, and lo and behold, it's the enigmatic stranger you haven't seen for a whole month. Which does make you wonder what they were doing this entire time. But they greet you with that same odd smile that you learnt to grow accustomed to. Ah, if it isn't Emmet and Dylan! Did you enjoy the break? I must say, your defeat of Valakwish a month ago was definitely something new. I wonder if anything else new lies in wait for you this time.
Okay, yeah, you're pretty much what I expected.
And what's that supposed to mean, Dylan? Ahem. It has been a while, so for those who have forgotten, my name is Texas Rose. Professor Cherry has actually requested for me to keep an eye on you two. Ultra beasts are dangerous, so they aren't to be trifled with. It would be good to have a responsible adult looking out for you.
Hello? I'm an adult. I'm 21.
Well, see me as more of an emissary. There has to be a better word for that.
Stalker?
Now that was uncalled for! You didn't call Gideon a stalker!
Hey, calm down, I'm just joking. Well, kind of joking. Didn't you have something to give us?
Oh, right. Here you go, you two. Now, open up that wonderful book of yours, Emmet. You're the player. In the end, all choices are yours.
Right.
My depiction of UB Shell, the creature with the modern name Karask. Stories tell of a creature with a spined shell who will smite whoever stares at the skull-shaped pattern on their back. Their original home is rumored to be a sweltering hot crevice.
Korask? Emmet, you encountered these guys when they were Valakwish, right? Do you know anything about them?
Not really. I'm just trying to think of where the sweltering hot crevice is.
Well, that's Caldera Cave, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess so. Should we check there?
Yes, I believe we will find Karask there. See? Aren't I a useful asset to this quest? I don't think I need to remind you of my boundless knowledge. I've lived in this region for a very long time.
Yeah, how old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
2.
Ha, funny. Never mind then.
I was being serious.
Dylan doesn't respond to that remark, so you decide to head off. As you can probably tell, this is all just a big fetch quest for Delwis's legendaries. Sorry for this being kind of boring. All will be revealed in time. Let's head to the Caldera Cave, shall we? Once you arrive within the scalding hot chambers of Caldera Cave once more, Dylan exhales.
Whew, what a climb. Still, nothing compares to Mount Ratos. That thing is a trek and a half. Hey, something on your mind?
Well, about, why are you here, Dylan? You just kind of showed up all of a sudden. Not that I'm not excited to see you, but...
Ah, I see. Well, the truth is, to defeat you, of course. You see, my goal is to become the strongest trainer there is. Being Freehold's champion is cool and all, but I want to be stronger, and that starts by defeating you. But not right now. We'll face each other in the Pokemon League.
Lying isn't a good trait, Dylan.
Huh? I'm not lying. That is the reason.
Are you absolutely sure?
I mean, I guess so. You're weird. No offense.
None taken. Let us proceed.
Tex smiles and you're slightly unnerved. Though you should be used to them being weird, something feels off. They're acting weirder than usual. It makes you wonder, did Professor Cherry really ask for them to be here, or was that just an excuse? Anyway, eventually the three of you do track down Karask, who is sitting calmly, watching Belsmolder and Daraluga chase each other down the rivers of lava. It turns to face you and seemingly frowns.
Hey, Karask? You must miss your home. We're trying to send you all back to the world you originally came from. You and the other members of the quintet, that is. Wait, why am I talking to a Pokemon? Can you even understand me?
I think they do understand, Dylan. Ah, it seems like it wants a fight. I'll leave this to you, champions.
Get ready, Emmet.
With that, Karask initiates a battle against you and Dylan. It has a health bar that the two of you have to work to deplete, where at the end you can throw a Pokeball in hopes of catching it. And for reference, the ally Pokemon that Dylan sends out include Mamoswine, Plyglide, and Ankletread. In the end, you strike down the angered Karask and throw a Beast Ball, capturing it easily.
Congratulations on a great capture, Emmet. I do say, you are rather adept at throwing Pokeballs.
Yeah, that's because I helped teach him.
But Emmet has developed his skills much further without your guidance. Say, have you introduced Dylan to your Elite Four yet? Don't you want him to know about the friends who helped you save Delwis?
Friends? Yeah, they're right. Emmet, can I meet them at some point?
After we deal with the quintet.
Yeah, okay. Where are we going next?
You bring out Marco's journal again and turn to the next page. My depiction of UB Fang, the creature with a modern name Canoxy. He is said to eat children who misbehave, all Delwisan people leaving food outside overnight in hopes of sustaining Canoxy's appetite for another night. His original home is rumored to be a destroyed city.
A city? Well, there's kind of, two destroyed cities.
Jabba isn't a city, it's a town. Use your critical thinking skills, Dylan.
But, well, I could have figured it out on my own. We're going to Gertab then, yeah?
Yeah.
The scene fades once more as the two of you stand in front of the entrance to Gertab. It looks a lot different than before, as members of Avilia's gang are carting construction equipment to and fro, alongside the Paragon Knights.
What the heck is going on here?
Oh, when I became champion, I made sure that-
Oh shush, we don't need things repeated. I trust the viewer's attention spans, unlike you.
Seems like people are busy around here. Where's Canoxy?
Dylan looks around. He looks over at a Paragon Knight who walks into a side alley holding a delicious-looking pie.
Now that's not normal. Come on, let's follow him.
You tail the knight as you overhear them speaking to something.
Here you go. Why did Amelia give me the job of feeding you? I hate this. What? You want more? That was the last one we had. We're not the greatest bakers, you know?
Please.
Okay, I'll get you some more!
Hey, let us help.
Dylan shouts, causing Canoxy to stare even more, the Paragon Knight seeing this as an opportunity to run for it.
Whoops. Come on, Emmet. Be ready for his thing to attack.
Here we go again. Again, it's the same deal as with Karask. Lower the health bar, then catch it with one of the beast balls to claim Quintet member number 2.
Way to go. That's 2 down, 3 to go.
One can't help wonder though. It's strange how Paragon was helping that gluttonous beast. Were they just going to continue to feed an impossible satisfaction? How greedy.
I wonder how Evelia is.
Hey, Evelia? Oh, are you 2 friends or something? I mean, I guess we can take a quick detour. I'll, catch up with you. I have something I need to do, actually. I'll be back quick. You go talk to Evelia, okay?
Dylan seems a little off, but chuckles and gives you a wave before walking off with his hands in his pockets.
Strange. You don't think I've been too harsh with him, do you? I'd hate to drive you two apart.
No. Something else is going on with him.
Good to know you're on my side, Emmet.
You ignore what Tex just said. They seem preoccupied, so you slip away to try to talk with Evelia. You head towards Evelia's gym, and the place is strangely silent. All of the gym trainers must be outside helping the reconstruction efforts. Evelia stands in the center of the skate rink alone, sitting down on her skateboard whilst eating a lollipop and checking her rotom phone. She looks up upon seeing you and smiles.
Hey, Champion Emmet. It's been a minute. What's up? This league-related thing?
I was just curious about how things have been.
Ah. Hey, wait a second. Last time I checked, we ain't friends. That all you wanted, kid? You know, kinda funny how that Elite Four prince made Paragon help out here, even though Claudia's gone.
Claudia. That's a name you haven't heard in a while. And Evelia is right. You haven't seen her since she spoke the truth to the press. You were meaning to entrust the medallions to her, but since she's been hiding, you still have all of them in your bag somewhere. You wonder, just for a second, why exactly you're carrying those around with you everywhere. Sure, they're safer on your person, but having them all together like this?
Hey, what's that look for? You worried about Queenie? I'm sure she's fine. Probably living her life in her fancy castle. Considering I was all anti-monarchy and stuff, this is kinda a better solution. So, thanks for that.
Emmet, Dylan is back now.
Oh, I, have to go now. Evelia? Do you know anything about Texas Rose?
The lab assistant? Not really. They just kinda showed up one day. Is that who's waiting for you?
Emmet, hurry up!
Sorry, I really have to go.
Bye.
The scene faces the three of you entering Larowag Marsh, many Pokemon scattered around as they go about their day-to-day basis. There's Knackley, Glimmet, Jangmo-O.
Huh. Everything seems normal here. Maybe this isn't the right place. What are we looking for again?
My depiction of UB Wing, the creature with the modern name Kafina. She is said to be a messenger of Duschakla, landing on the roofs of those who are about to die, signaling for the other members of the Calamity Quintet to reap the soul. Her original home is rumored to be a large marsh. A strange cry is heard, and Dylan looks up, as a Pokemon similar to the one depicted in the journal flies in circles above Dylan's head.
Oh, well, there it is. You're, not very threatening, are you?
Appearances can be deceiving, Dylan. Did you forget that the Quintet are aliens from another world? They're the epitome of enigma.
And yet none of them are Enigma type. Pokemon types are really weird.
Kafina glares at Tex as it suddenly gets aggressive.
Hey, is it just me or is it angry at you?
You're imagining things. There's no reason for them to target... Okay, maybe they do have reason to target me. At least this way we can continue our familiar cycle. This is going quite well, in fact. Do your thing, you two.
Ha, yeah. Thanks for nothing, Tex.
Kafina charges towards the two of you as another battle occurs. The health bar falls and a ball is thrown.
Well, that was easy. Emmet, I've just had a thought. I had a look at that book earlier. There's some pages that are really random. I didn't read them that thoroughly. Want to check them out?
I, wouldn't recommend that.
I didn't ask you. You're a real downer, Tex. You know that? Come on, Emmet, let's look.
You now flip to the back of the book. There's a few unrelated notes that have no illustration, and some of the pages seem to have been ripped out entirely. In the center of our region lies a strange structure, rumored to be a portal into another world.
Though I doubt the stories are true, my curiosity can't help but be piqued.
That must be the Infinity Well. That's where Valaquish used to rest.
I was allowed access to the structure thanks to Dad. Even though I now stand before it, I can't ignore the strange compulsion to delve deeper.
Huh. Professor Cherry's father? I can't say I knew the man.
As I made my way into the depths, I was surprised to find the beauty of what lay below. But I know now why this place is off limits.
That's, not unnerving at all. Let's not tell anyone we looked at this, okay? Usually I beg for us to go and find that place, but I don't know, man. I think we should keep our distance.
I concur. You children shouldn't be worrying about a place like that. Paranoia certainly isn't good for you. Why don't we focus on the task at hand?
Right. Where next, Emmet?
The scene fades as you and Dylan enter the Bergen bypass, now surrounded by trees.
Ah! Deja vu. Don't you remember when we met here, Emmet? I showed him where the Infinity Well is, you know. I've been down there once before. I'd love to take you there. But now isn't the time.
This place feels kinda magical, don't you think? These trees feel like they stretch out for miles. Kodemdia could be anywhere.
Perhaps the well would be a good place to look. Kodemdia did live there for quite a while.
Yeah, I suppose that's a good idea.
Why is the prince here?
Don't you feel it? That energy that the emissary radiates. It's the type of energy that attracts Ultra Beasts.
They're a faller?
No, we would have been informed of such. Something else is going on. And I feel another, much darker energy. It surrounds the prince and his friend. The type of dark magic that curse you into being Zanmora.
Does that mean that he's...
We must stay vigilant. The players may need our help once more.
Emmet! Yo! Come check this out!
You walk forward and are met by a strange sight. A gigantic hole in the ground, a seemingly ancient structure that spirals down into the abyss, seemingly bottomless. You never really looked at the Infinity Well this close before. In all honesty, that time that Texas showed you this place still feels like a dream.
This is what Marco was talking about, isn't it? This must be the center of Delwis. And down there, why do I feel like I'm being called?
As I said before, perhaps something else lies deeper in the Infinity Well. After all, even infinity ends eventually.
What? No, it doesn't. That's literally the opposite of what infinity means.
You would think that, wouldn't you? Before you lies the Infinity Well. It is off limits to the likes of you. Down there lie horrors beyond your comprehension. It would be advised to stay away.
Oh, you talk. Wait, it's what Tex said. There really is something down there. And how do you know about it?
My master commands for you to stay away. But I digress. I have come to ask you a question, humans of the male variety. So not including me. Why are you capturing my friends inside of those devices you call Pokeballs?
Because I have to catch 'em all?
You have to? How selfish. This is why I can never understand you humans. You are all so bent on capturing and imprisoning my kind. Do you ever think about our say in the matter? Pokemon have lives outside of the likes of you. And some Pokemon do not wish to be caught. But still, you parade around with your Pokeballs, calling yourself a trainer. It's sickening. No matter. I will not be caught as easily as my adversaries. Hiya!
Emmet, I think you saying that was a bad idea.
But it's too late as Kodemdia dragged you into a battle. This is getting rather repetitive, isn't it? Good thing that an ending will come soon. Oh, what was I saying? Yeah, you battle and catch Kodemdia just like the others. Dylan seems more hesitant this time, though.
Emmet, what are we doing? She was right, wasn't she? Aren't we just assuming what's best for them? Why did you still throw that Pokeball?
It's the right thing to do.
Is it? I don't know about that anymore, Emmet.
We only need to catch one more now.
Emmet, Why have you been acting so weird? You seem awfully bent on catching these guys.
What does it matter, Dylan? Emmet is right. If we don't put a stop to the quintet, who knows what will happen? You're worrying over nothing.
Ugh, I've had enough from you. Have fun catching the rest of the quintet, because I'm not interested anymore.
Dylan storms off in a huff, leaving you and Texas alone.
What's the matter, Emmet? Surely you aren't thinking about the quintet still? You shouldn't worry your little head about them. This is for the best, isn't it? Come on, smile a bit more, alright? We're nearly done.
At this point, you can't really do anything but agree with them. Dylan just doesn't understand what needs to be done. You're trying to help the quintet. You're trying to take them back home. That's a good thing, isn't it? Dylan is just being difficult. But one more member of the quintet remains. As Texas said, you're nearly done. You and Texas trek up to the very top of Mount Zamidi, panting for air as the cold has infected your lungs. You both stop in front of the massive lake that Valiant Tower sits within, catching your breath.
Home sweet home. Sorry for, kicking you out that one time. I didn't mean to be so brash, it was just... well, you'll see soon enough. Though, I'm surprised that you've gone quiet, player. I would have thought you'd put up more of a fight. No matter. It makes things easier for me. Over there, that must be Kawakwa. He'll notice us soon enough.
Why are they so annoyed?
You see, the quintet's master... Ah, so that's how you're fighting! Interesting! You're still trying to save this story from its fate. But the fight is futile. After all, your little pet is on my side now. Come now, Emmet, I'll join you in your friend's stead.
Since Dylan isn't here, Texas joins you for the fight against Kawakwa, and their ally Pokemon they use Gothitelle, a Sirfetch'd, and a Scybion? Strange. That's a Pokemon you know is native to Ascos and Frivo, but have you ever seen one here? Not like it matters. Like the four before him, Kawakwa falls at your hand and becomes another Pokemon within your collection.
And now, the end nears. You remember the prophecy, don't you, Emmet? About the earthquakes being the signifier? That means that Valakwish wasn't the end, but I'm sure you've figured that out by now. If only you were able to find the emissary. And if only the emissary cared enough to help you. Well, you've definitely helped me. Oh, and by the way, me and the professor have come up with a plan now that we have tracked down the quintet. The plan involves us, obviously, opening an ultra wormhole to send them all back home. I wanted to tell you as to where that's going to be. The Fable Forest.
The Fable what now?
Ah, you're back. The Fable Forest is an island located in the Lavan Isles. They're a group of islands located off the coast of Delwis. Since they're pretty remote, we figured opening the wormhole there would be the safest option. And don't worry about Dylan. I'll contact him in due time. As for us getting there... Do you remember the Admiral? I hear her cruise ship is accepting passengers again. She just so happens to be on holiday right now, and dear Daniela just so happens to be setting off later today. Why don't we give her a visit, They're heading into the Fable Forest? That's where he...
I didn't want to believe it at first, but now I know it to be true. The Pokemon that preys upon doubt and despair. The one with a sinister grin. The Pokemon who must be diverting the emissary from their path. Grimace has returned.
You disembark upon Hyardium's stern and take a look around. The forest is dense and tall, and a strange mist beckons from the beyond. You can see a few Pokemon already, even spotting one that looks similar to a Ralts.
Maybe it's best if you go ahead for the time being, Emmet. I wish to... analyze some of the Pokemon found here.
You nod and set off, now focused on the task at hand. You wander through the forest as the trees get taller and taller.
Hey, is anyone there? Hello? There you are. Hey, why didn't you wait for me? I'm getting real sick of this, you know. What the heck is wrong with you?
You're the one who's been acting weird, Dylan. But don't worry. I have this all figured out now. I know why you really came to Delwis. We are the closest of friends. But when you heard about what happened here with Valakwish, you decided to take advantage of that friendship. Your goal this whole time was to convince me to use the medallions on the quintet.
What? That's not the reason. How the heck did you get to that conclusion?
Spare me your excuses. We both know that the quintet can be mistreated in the wrong hands. You believe that I'm not the right person to watch over them. Nobody else can handle this power but me.
You're wrong.
You're even lying to yourself, aren't you?
Emmet, please. It's not like that.
Then prove it.
You're challenged by Delwis champion Emmet. This isn't how it was supposed to happen. You're not supposed to be fighting. This was... They did this. They distracted me and I suppose this is the way the story plays out now. As Emmet is compromised, I suppose Dylan is now a player. On Emmet's team he uses, well, the team that you imagined him having, but I imagine him having a Caratiero, a Riagallant, a Sturgallan, a Delwis and Heracross, a Hydancy, and a Viraspine. And the Pokemon you're using against yourself, Dylan also has a Caratiero, but has a Delwis and Gallade, an Arbikin, a Mamoswine, an Anki-Tread, and a Plyglide. In the end, Emmet finally loses for the very first time. And you regain control. You're unsure as to where you are. You remember Tex taking you to the Fable Forest, and then after that, it's entirely blank.
Dylan? Where are we?
The Fable Forest. Emmet, do you not remember what just happened? We had a Pokemon battle. You were acting all weird and then...
Ahem, are you two done now?
What are you doing here? Say, I've been meaning to ask you a few things. First up, what's with all the sucking up to Emmet stuff? It's almost like you wanted us to fight. How much do you know?
I have no idea what you're talking about. Anyway, Marco's here.
What?
The two of you are swiftly interrupted as you hear from the skies. You look up to be blinded by what can only be described as the light of the moon, before your focus fades to see Lunala. Looks like I arrived in a timely fashion. You two must be Emmet and Dylan. It's so nice to finally meet you face to face.
Holy crap, is that Lunala?
Yep, Lunala here is a friend I made on Listen, alongside the Ultra Recon Squad.
Listen, that almost reminds me of a time long past.
No, that can't be. You're my sister's assistant, right?
Yes, and I'm not that kind of assistant. No mind control is involved in our partnership.
What's your name?
Texas Rose, a pleasure to meet you, Marco Cherry.
Texas Rose? No, I'm sorry, it's just... It doesn't matter. You two, do you have the quintet?
Yep.
We sure do.
Alright, here we go. Lunala, Moongeist Beam! Lunala looks determined as she rises up into the skies once more. She starts to glow in ethereal gold, before firing a blue beam of pure moonlight energy towards the opposite side of the clearing, boring a hole into the air itself. After a few seconds, the hole cracks open into a rift, opening up an ultra wormhole. Alright, Emmet, now you should, Texas, don't you dare take one more step. I know what you plan to do.
That's enough, my friend. Emmet, it seems like your story is reaching a conclusion. If only it were that simple. I apologize, but you've played right into my hand. This was even easier than I remember it being.
It was you. You wanted to convince me to use the medallions. But why?
Oh, Emmet, you only have half of the story. After all, no author truly works alone. Truthfully, I'm not the one who desires the quintet, but I made a deal with an old friend. In exchange for the medallions, I would grant this universe its freedom. So, let me repeat what I've always warned you. Endings are only the start of new beginnings! In the region known as Delwis, a human once travelled into a mysterious place. There they heard a voice who told them something strange. A prediction of how the world would come to an end. Didn't you ever wonder where that prophecy came from? It came from me. Thanks to Listen, I saw every world, every timeline, every reality, every single version of this universe, and Marco. I utterly despise you. You were never a part of how the story was supposed to play out. Though, neither was I. Listen really thought that they could keep their secret forever, but blessing their powers upon the emissary. How stupid. Let's just skip to the good parts.
Lunala, return!
I wouldn't try that if I were you.
My Pokeball, how?
Now, oh blinding one, claim back your power!
The three of you look up towards the beast, now at a loss for words. The light that burns the sky. You never thought you'd see it happen again. Necrozma and Lunala have fused to become the bleeding moon, Dawn Wings Necrozma.
I believe that you two trainers have better things to do. Shouldn't you be challenging gyms right now, or whatever the first draft of this was like? You haven't even met those two other trainers. I wonder if they even exist anymore. What a strange set of events. But every story has an ending. And yours, player, ends now. Listen! You wish for me to be the emissary? Then I defy you, stars! Let the moon bleed out across this forsaken region!
They point Necrozma's Pokeball towards you, and you're challenged by Texas Rose, the author. What do we have here? Well, it's Texas Rose, the penultimate boss fight of this arc thing. But they use quite an interesting team.
Shut up! I've had enough of your stupid voice! Does the Pokemon I use on my team really matter all that much? We both know how this battle will end. Your little player will fell me no matter what I try to do. You know, as the emissary, it was my job to prevent this from happening. You would know as much, but that wasn't any fun. Knowing how everything's supposed to end leads to a very depressing life. These characters you keep creating, they can't begin to know what I heard, what I saw!
As I was saying, the battle is difficult, especially against a being such as Necrozma, but eventually the beast is felled. Tex looks resigned, as in front of their eyes Lunala and Necrozma separate, the beast of light fleeing through the still open Ultra Wormhole. Marco swiftly recalls Lunala to her Pokeball and walks over looking irritated. You're in big trouble, Texas Rose. Explain yourself.
You definitely wouldn't understand. Emmet is the only one who can even begin to understand.
Then talk to me.
Emmet, you've always had other people make choices for you. Out of everyone in this pathetic universe, I understand that. But no, this will not end here. I still have a promise to fulfill. So, Emmet, I ask you this. Do you wish to finally decide things for yourself, or are you content with being somebody else's puppet?
Emmet, don't listen to them. They're just trying to get in your head.
Oh please, I'm all out of tricks.
I don't get it. You're supposed to be in Ultra Space.
What? That's not how it's supposed to go. Dylan is supposed to turn on Emmet, and then You're trying to get rid of me. You're trying to erase me, just like all your other mistakes. Is that what I am to you now? A mistake? You can't end this story! Not now, not ever! You forced my hand. Grimace, use the deceitful spell! I was getting so bored I nearly fell asleep.
You see a blur of red, and then you get that same odd sensation that you got earlier. Yes, it's all flooding back now. You and Dylan were fighting, weren't you? And maybe Tex is right. You have been pushed around by everyone, even your closest friends. This entire time, were any of these choices your own? Valaquish, the Quintet, the Medallions. The Medallions? Was even that not you? I'm losing control.
I'm in control of my own story.
That's more like it.
Emmet, what are you doing?
The right thing.
No. No! Emmet, stop!
Though I hate repeating things, it seems like it's time for the Calamity to awaken once more. Say the words, Emmet.
With valor and vigor, 5 will become 1. Foul monster I vanquish. The terror's now done!
No!
Emmet! There's a flash of light, and you regain your senses, just in time to realize the chaos you've brought back into the world. Valiquish is back. And it's all your fault.
What did I just do?
Emmet?
Looking for these? I can't let you end the show before it's even begun. Greetings, everyone. I am the Pokemon known as Grimace.
Grimace? It can't be!
Oh, it can be. You see, humanity is so stupid. Everyone has their fears, their doubts, their secrets. My power is a clever one. It brings out the worst in people. It makes people do things that they're too scared of doing. The things that they would be judged for, and the things that would make them seem, well, like a bad person.
Doubt is a powerful thing. Everyone has it. Humans, Pokemon. Listen. Be honest with me, Emmet. I've already broken free of my chains. Why did you hesitate to break from yours? Or perhaps you're not the one who hesitated.
I'm not like you. I didn't mean to refuse the quintet.
Oh, but you did. Everyone in this region thinks, in the back of their mind, that the quintet would be better off this way. I made sure of that. Why do you think this beast has been feared for so long? And why do you think that Borealis failed, despite them knowing of Valiquish's pain? Because I am the god of this region, and boy, would I love to have another chance to play. Which brings us to now. Valiquish, remember Emmet, that traitorous fool is the one who's making you suffer. Strike him down!
Valiquish's eyes dart, staring you down. There's a pause, and then...
You! Oh, Texas Rose, our deal?
Ah yes, once Valiquish tires, you and I are due a visit to the Infinity Well.
Nah, sounds boring. I'll level with you, Tex. You may have tricked these humans, but I don't want to play with you anymore. You've served your purpose.
That's fine. I'll leave this to you then.
For a person who apparently knows everything about the universe, you're rather dense. Tex, despite knowing so much, you're still so single-minded and oblivious to the truth. You're so focused on yourself and writing your story that you don't realize that other stories are happening simultaneously. It's a shame, honestly, because I had such high hopes for you. Your story ends here. It's time for me to take the reins.
Grimace delivers a punch to Tex's gut as they stumble back. They regain their footing before realizing they've stepped into the Ultra Wormhole. They don't say a word, but the last thing you see on their face before they disappear into Ultra Space is fear.
One down, free to go. How about Mr. Astronaut over there next? Tex told me plenty about how you're ruining a perfect story. Of course, I don't feel bad about what I did to them, just like how I'm not gonna regret what will happen to you. Valiquish, destroy them!
The beast roars before you, Marco, and Dylan are all thrown into a battle against Valiquish. Even with Marco using the legendary Lunala, Valiquish is a tough creature for only 3 people to face up against. And is it even right for you to fight Valiquish like this? They're lashing out in pain just like before. Don't you deserve this for what you did to them under Grimace's control?
Emmet, stop staring off into space and call an attack.
You look at your partner, Caratiero, in front of you. They've turned around to face you, looking concerned.
This isn't ending here. I'm in control of my own story.
Emmet.
Prince Emmet, let us assist too.
You look behind you. Suddenly, Celesfowl comes charging out of the forest with Meloetta on his back. She immediately flies up, looking determined.
Looks like we arrived at a good time. Emmet, I need you and your friends to continue fighting. Tire it out! And whilst you do that, I can't use my song until Grimace's spell wears off. so I'm going to knock him out.
Oh, is the crybaby threatening me? I easily defeated you before, but fine, I'll humor you.
And now the battle truly begins. You know that Valakwish is blinded by fury due to the spell, so all you can do now is try and weaken it for Malouetta. Selfell now joins your side as the four of you fire attack after attack towards the amalgamated beast. After you deplete what seems like around half of its health, you hear Grimace cry out in pain.
Hey, give those back!
Keep fighting. It's nearly time.
You nod and order your first partner Pokemon to keep on attacking. Valakwish seems to have gotten weaker from the fighting and is slowly tiring, until finally Lunala and Selfell land the finishing blow together, Valaquish's stance falling as it seems exhausted.
No! This is not the end! Kill them, Valakwish! Kill them all!
Thank you, everyone. Now, let's put an end to this.
You outstretch your hand, the medallion is beginning to float again as you look up towards Valakwish.
Emmet, you're right. We should all be able to choose our own futures. The song I lost, I couldn't find a way to let go of it. Of course, I still miss Linus, but thanks to you, I've been able to find my own path, sing my own songs. I'm not a Pokemon to be used to fulfill some old royal's will. I get to write my own story. So, this one goes out to you. La 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 la.
With valor and vigor, 5 become 1. Foul monster I vanquish. The tear is now done.
As the light fades, you see the quintet stood in front of you again. Nearby, you can see Grimace KO'd. You're the first to step forward.
I'm so sorry for putting you through that again. Grimace got in my head and I couldn't stop thinking about how Tex was right. All my life, I've defined myself as being the one who helps others, but I didn't realize that really I was the one being helped by everyone I met on my journey. And even if I still don't know who I want to be, I want to start that journey towards finding out.
Looks like everything turned out okay in the end. Is everyone okay?
Me and Lunala are fine. But wow, Emmet, you defeated Valakwish again! Now, let's actually do what we came here for before Grimace wakes up.
I apologize if we got off on the wrong foot. I appreciate all that you've done for us, but it seems this is goodbye.
There's one more thing I need to do, actually.
That means a lot. Thank you, young prince.
Alright, everybody in! Sorry for bringing you two into this mess. I had no idea how crazy everything was going to go. I guess that's just Earth for you, huh?
Oh, you guys are still alive? Can't you just leave me be already?
Explain yourself. Now!
Or what?
We'll send you to the Infinity Well and see how you like it.
Yeah, no, I'm no good at having roommates, and that guy's not the boss of me.
Hey, what are you talking about?
Don't tell me that you two haven't told them.
It's irrelevant, Emmet. It's nothing you need to concern yourself with.
Look, I've been down there, so could you explain to us what I saw? I've always wondered who that all-seeing eye belonged to.
Isn't it obvious? The Infinity Well houses a Pokemon beyond comprehension. They've been controlling everything that happens within the Delwis region, right from where the universe first began. To humans, they're known as Listen, but to Pokemon, we call them Scorlibra.
Scorlibra?
These two are just two puppets in Scorlibra's greater scheme, but me and Texas found that scheme no fun at all. They wanted to bring about the end instead of letting us play our game forever and ever. I think her stunt with Valakwish was able to distract them. Isn't that right, Emmet?
Huh?
Don't act oblivious. I can see it in your eyes. You can hear Scolibra. You're one of the only humans who can.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Be that way.
I think that's enough from you now. Salsfell, what should we do with him?
I hear there's this remote island not too far from here. And if we find the Stelternals, we could imprison Grimace there.
Don't bring those two lovebirds into this.
Oh, shush. Come on, Grimace. We're going for a ride.
Malouetta, is what Grimace said true about Scorlibra?
I need you to promise me something. Please, never bring up that name again. It's for the best of everyone if you don't look further into it. I know that as a human you're prone to morbid curiosity, but for the sake of the world, please never enter the Infinity Well.
Okay, I won't.
I didn't particularly want to go there anyway.
So, since we're in Lavin, do you want to check out the resort here?
Sure.
Hey, can we get food first? I haven't eaten Earth food for the past 2 years. I know a good place near the resort.
Do they offer Pokemon food too?
Everybody laughs as the camera pans up to the sky, as Lunala flies in circles in the sunlight. And with that, the screen fades to black. Also, I wouldn't listen to what the Mythicals just told you. You need to go to the Infinity Well.